Hi, Democrats. Today is Wednesday, December 21st, and it's time for the Terrace Daily Live. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I cannot believe that we are 52 days into the year. I mean, it's just tracking right along. We are less than 2 weeks away from Super Tuesday. We are, let's call it 5 weeks from our PPP convention, which is where we select the delegates that will represent us at the DNC convention in Chicago. Things are tracking along. I don't know if you've heard on March 9th, Keith Ellison is coming to Oklahoma, coming to Norman. We have a big event for that, so be on the lookout for that. That's March 9th, Norman, Keith Ellison. Put it on your calendar. You should be getting an email by the end of the week. Now, it's been a while since I talked about gun violence. I don't even know that I've talked about gun violence in 2024. It was sad and heartbreaking for me, and I needed to take a break from it. But then, we learned of the death of Next Benedict, and that broke my heart. And there are people buying those dumb tennis shoes from the former president, and that broke my heart. And so now it's just like, okay, well, you might as well talk about gun violence. So last year, I took to reporting once a week on where we were with regards to gun violence in our nation, particularly mass shootings. Now, there's all kinds of other shootings, but I was focused on mass shootings because I believe in my heart of hearts that mass shootings are preventable. I believe in my heart of hearts that when every single mass shooting that we hear about should be the last. It should be the one that makes us mad enough to do something about it, but we don't. But I have some less than bad news, better than bad news to report, even though it's not great news. So according to the Gun Violence Archive, gun violence in the United States actually dropped in 2023. So I have a table that I want to show you. So willful, malicious, or even accidental deaths from guns in 2023 was 18,854, which was down from 2022, where it was 20,390. That's people who are killed by guns, whether it be on purpose, an accident, all of those kinds of things. I want to drop down. I want to go over to 2022 and talk about suicide by firearm. In 2022, 27,000 folks, over 27,000 folks, ended their own lives with firearms. In 2021, that number was 26,000. That number is more than the accidents. It's more than the number of children that are harmed or injured. It's more than police are killing civilians, more than civilians are killing police. It's suicide. And so this goes into the whole issue that we talk about, where suicides go up, domestic violence deaths go up, regular bar fights, the injuries go up when there's a firearm involved. If folks have access to a firearm, there's a better chance of suicide. There's a better chance of successful suicide if they have access to a firearm. If folks have access to a firearm, fist fights get eliminated and it turns into firearm fights. Though the number for 2023 was better than the number for 2024 in violence against others, the number is still horrific. The number is still horrific. And so whatever good things happened, whatever mitigating forces happened in 2023 to make that number less than 2022, it's not enough to make me hush about it. We still need to be focused. We still need to be focused on gun violence, because if you just look at other industrialized countries and see what their numbers are compared to our numbers, we know we can do better if we just have the will to do better. The numbers for 2024 already here on February 21st, 2024, we have had 56, I think it was deaths, 56 deaths due to mass shootings. No, 56 mass shootings in the United States, 56 mass shootings in 2024. There have been 72 children under the age of 13 injured in 2024 by firearm. There have been 55 police officers injured in mass shootings in 2024. There have been 119 civilians shot by police officers in 2024. And that's nationwide. Even though Oklahoma City is number 10, no, is in the top 10 of officers killing civilians in the nation. What I'm talking about nationwide is 119 officers have shot civilians so far here as of February 21st. And there have been 96 deaths as a result of murder-suicide in 2024. Those numbers are way too high for us to be at day 52 in the year. It does not bode well for us to continue at this pace. And so I'm going to ask you to reach out to your state legislatures, your state house person, your state senate person, and let them know that we are keeping an eye on whatever bills they want to pass this cycle that makes it easier for randos to get access to firearms. It's not that hard. We're not trying to take firearms, but we are asking that we put some precautions, some reasonable common sense gun laws into place so that the number can continue to decline. Although the numbers this year don't sound good. Already this year in Oklahoma, a 2-year-old over here in Shoto, in my neck of the woods, a 2-year-old got a hold of a firearm and killed himself. Of course, it was an accident. They were a 2-year-old. My question is, why was a firearm laying around so that a 2-year-old could get access to it? Because I doubt that they had the combination to the safe. It's a little sad. I'm not going to forget about gun violence. I'm not going to stop talking about it because the numbers improve slightly year over year. I'd like for the numbers to improve greatly year over year. Any death to gun violence is one that I believe is preventable, and we need to keep talking about it until that number creeps down to a number that isn't 3 per day, 2 per day. That number is too high. All righty. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back here tomorrow at 4:15, and you guys have a great evening.